Hi friends, and welcome back to another speed build. But today I am building a playground for the kiddies in the neighborhood. But first I'm creating the characters that will live on this playground once the apocalypse happens. Starting off with Sergeant Dimwater, who I've already introduced in the last episode of my Tomodachi series 2 weeks ago at the time of uploading, or if I do decide to upload the way I want right now. But not in its human form, but rather in its furry form, because I'm a freak like that. Anyway, of course I'm using the technique, the sim randomizer again. I have done some slight searching, like I typed sim randomizer, sims 2, sim randomizer into the internet, and the only one that comes up is the trinket one. So yes, I am afraid that is shutting down and will be gone permanently, I guess, I don't know. As is custom to this method, the sim will of course first be looking absolute whack before you then fix up their face with tiling these like 1/3, dishing out the presets 1/3 to cover up a little bit what you have done, the modifications you have done. Of course I first do make a mistake as I'm accustomed to by now. And then you go through the details, do the nose, do the eyes separately and stuff, and in the end you have like a pretty normal looking sim. That still has like very custom details, because the modifications you've done first will always shine through a little bit. So he has a bigger nose, the nose is like weirdly tilted down still, he has big eyes, that is still all remaining. So this is Sergeant Dimwater, who I briefly created as a human in Tomodachi, fun fact, and then decided, nah, he ugly. So maybe you can understand why now. As in, well, not name, but title may imply, he is a sergeant. I specifically downloaded some CC to unlock the military outfits I'm going to put on him, or maybe it's not unlocked, but like custom outfits, I'll have to check. I looked through all 4 of them and selected the one that most closely looks like desert camouflage wear, because we are in fact in the desert. Next I'm creating a lovely woman, a woman we have also met, which is Dr. Medico. Not in her form as you know it, as like a really bad doctor, though it is kind of implied that she's not the best. But at the same time I do also hold her, like in this series, to a high standard, because she is the local doctor who takes care of pretty much everyone in the village, or has always done that. She probably knows every single old person and every single young person, and then some in between people probably too. I give her the alien eyes for a second here, because her eyes are just so large. I make a joke out of it and give her the alien eyes. I reverse that. I don't give her red hair. I do think I keep the brunette. I'm not sure right now, but I'm pretty sure I keep a brunette, and I don't give her the red hair I gave her in Tomodachi. Maybe you can see the reversal of like the horrific effects. Now she is looking way more normal, but the effects do still shine through. And she still has like big cheeks, big eyes, large eyebrows, big mouth, big lips. That still all shines through. It's a lovely method to create some unique sims, and I'm still working on getting that, on copying it to my own device. Well, I have downloaded it somewhere, I think. I downloaded some CC for her too, so she can have like that paramedic outfit and kind of look like a more official person. As she's the local doctor, she was elected to be the person looking after the sims here, of course. Now in the apocalypse. But as I am looking through the two and then kind of also admiring my previously made sims, that will be that, and we will go on to creating the actual house, where I do a little flyby that was way too fast through the neighborhood to kind of give you an example of how many lots I still have to do. If you're interested, next episode will be a school, and on that subject, I have forgotten to tell you to get a snack. Too bad. I wanted to also ask the question of what your favorite tea is. So if you'd like, comment down below what's your favorite kind of tea, what do you like to drink during these kinds of, if you do that kind of stuff, if you like to watch episodes just for the sake of watching something, like sitting back, relaxing a bit, what kind of snacks do you have then? What kind of tea do you drink? What kind of drink do you drink if you don't drink tea? You monster? No, don't worry. The song that played just now was Rush Hour, by the way, and we are now on to Beach 2 from The Sims 1. The songs were a struggle, by the way. I struggled so much with the songs because there's one song I want to have in a very specific location. You will recognize it, or well, you won't recognize it, but you will realize which song it is, because it's very specific. And then I had to kind of shape every other song around it. Anyway, I'm building a playground, and as you can see, I'm changing up the fence in that area to put in the little sandbox, I guess. And I boxed this in so it could have like a little tree area, tree bases, little planter boxes, I guess. I have seen this in real life. I don't know if you have. I don't know what more to say, honestly. This is just a little kids' playground. I am thinking about possibly putting the school next to it, relocating the school and putting it next to this. It would kind of make more sense to have the playground next to the school, but I kind of don't want the school to be outside, but rather more in the middle of the neighborhood, of the actual living quarters. I do also still have to do an industrial district. That will be fun. That is also where the criminals will live, because I am poisoned by Sims 3, and it's like the criminal house, the house for the criminals, where you do the criminal career, being a abandoned like warehouse or whatever. I am poisoned by the idea. I do that anywhere and everywhere, including here once again. With of course a life of crime limitation being very interesting. I'm very interested to see how we will get on with that. Next thing I create is a little house that is for, well, the parents, I guess. Well, no, the house is for everyone, as it is a toilet, a public toilet. This little overhead, over-roofed area is for the parents to kind of sit down, have a snack, maybe also for the kids, of course, and just to have a chat, just be able to sit down, have a little rest. I downloaded a bunch of CC specifically for this lot, because I drew out a little sketch of this lot before I built it, so I have like kind of an idea of what I want where, which you will notice later why that's very useful. In brackets, it's the screenshots. It's good for the screenshots, the before and after. And well, before apocalypse, during apocalypse, the before and after would be an empty lot and then a built lot. Anyway, none of the CC worked. I thought none of it worked. I was very frustrated, looked through, re-downloaded it, and then I realized, oh, I never put it in. Anyway, song change onto the Sims Superstar theme. If you're wondering whether that grill works, because if you don't know, in The Sims 2, if you put grill inside, the grill is guaranteed to burn, as far as I'm aware. If that's incorrect, then oh, sorry. But if you're worried about that grill catching fire, I've tested it, it does not, it's fine. And since this is a community lot, currently, like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I want it to be a community lot a lot of people can go to, but I at the same time want that Sergeant Dimwater and Dr. Medi-Eco specifically always are here, and this is kind of their living quarters, and I don't know how to exactly implement that. I have downloaded a mod where you can walk to other people's houses, with the downside being you have to bring the whole family. I will see whether I will make use of that. I mean, the main part of the series of the challenge, we won't be able to visit community lots thanks to the military restriction, I believe. So yeah, that's also a thing. Anyway, what I was saying was, as long as this is a community lot, which is currently actually not, I currently have it as a residential, so that Dr. Medico and Sergeant Water can live here. The grill does not need a fridge to work. Period. But as a residential, it does need a fridge to work, and I have tested it. It works, it's fine. Trust with me, trust with me. And actually, I believe that was already it for the before apocalypse build, question mark, in my little preview windows here that I have in the timeline. It looks like the frames of when I'm like hovering over it and kind of taking the screenshots. So I don't think this place really needs a tour because it's just an outhouse and a playground. You can see everything from the outside. Yeah, there we go. I didn't do a tour, and I don't think I will do a tour. I will keep forgetting the entire time. So yeah, that's how the playground turned out. Doesn't it look nice? Aren't the kids happy here, do you think? I mean, look at how much sand was spread around. The kids must be absolutely playing in this. Sadly, we now have to move on to building the apocalypse version of this lot because sadly the zombie apocalypse has started a few weeks ago at the point where I will start the challenge, and everything has already died. You will know why. I'm not going with the original official like story of it was the Super Bowl and everyone went to the toilet at the same time and now everything's gone to crap. I am making up my own story because that's what we do on this channel. I work with my characters any chance I get. If you're wondering why I'm raising that up, you will see way later, I think. I don't think I act on this. I think I forget about this like until way later, I believe. No, okay, that will be a trash pile. I think I will be doing that on every single lot. And that was just a song change. We are now on to March to Doom. With kind of a military vibe, which is why I chose the song, because this will be kind of the military camp. I believe that's also what I called the lot, military camp. If you want me to upload any of these lots, I'm happy to kind of see if I can compile all the CC I used on these lots, or maybe even make a CC less version. Though of the apocalypse lots that would be very difficult because, as you can see, I love using the CC that I got myself specifically for this. And then I'll be happy to upload it, I guess. Yeah, apparently the outhouse was hit very badly in this specific room. Look at the door just being gone. Replaced with a brick wall. Don't know how that happened. Here I'm back with the rebar, what I said last time, that I'm doing it on all outside walls. And also inside walls, I think later on I do it. If you think this looks a bit stupid because it's a big box, they built this up within 2 weeks. They got a company in here, and Dr. Medico and Sergeant Waterboby had to put their hands in this as well. They built this whole entire thing up in 2 weeks. Of course it's gonna look stupid. I had also had like recolors for the playground to look rusty. Those did... Well, I thought they didn't work and was frustrated, like I said earlier, and like tried to re-download it and put it back in the game. 2 days or so ago, I saw I never put them in. I downloaded the door, never put it in. Of course it doesn't work if it's not in the game. At least I think it isn't, because when I did then import it with the thought of, or maybe I forgot to put it in, surely not though, it didn't give me like a message of, oh, these files are already in there, do you want them to be replaced? So I must have just forgotten to put them in. Now you will see that I have split this big ass house into 2 sections, and we are now on to Industrial, the song Industrial. Surprisingly from Command and Conquer. What's that? Tiberium Dawn, not Red Alert. Anyway, I split this house into 2 sections. That will be, I don't know if you may have noticed what characters we are going to have here. One medical center and one kind of military center. I guess, I don't know why I chose, like, I don't know what goes through my head when I choose these songs, but I'm noticing as I'm kind of listening back, having to listen back to my own song choices, and I'm kind of thinking, why did I choose this song specifically? It must have kind of like to do with what I'm building. Especially in like the Apocalypse version. This time around I put way more thought into the song choice. Not like with Beach 2 and whatever. I think I wanted to make that kind of carefree, and so that's why I chose Beach 2. But for like the building, the Apocalypse version, I use Command and Conquer songs obviously, to kind of have more of a Apocalypse dystopian vibe. And I think I chose Industrial because I was kind of in a headspace of they are building this place up, so obviously they're all having to work, and this song has like these kinds of work songs, you know, sounds, you know, the kind of sounds that maybe sound like I forgot the word for it. Hi, weekly reminder that I'm German and sometimes I forget my words. What's it called? The big thing where you produce a bunch of stuff. Big building. It's a place where the criminals reside in Sims 3. I talked about it earlier. What's it called? That is eating me up now. Okay, I just saw an insect and it was very ugly and like I've never seen it before. That's just probably more African insects coming to Europe because it's getting to be so warm here. I hope you have a drink. I hope you're drinking enough. You better be. That is a little quarantine room that I just built with a little window to keep check on the Sims that will be doing quarantine, but also as I forgot to kind of place down specific like bedding for Dr. Medi-Eco, it's also I think her room when no one's in there. I think she just sleeps on the floor mostly. Nah, I'm sure she gets a bed in the military section. There are a lot of beds there. And not a lot of recruits. That will be our job. Song choice has now gone to Project Hospital main theme. I wonder why. If you wanna get to know me better, something you ought to know is I love a good song that has sounds as instruments, like kind of these, like they do it here, the different medical instruments tuning into the main beat, I guess, and kind of making out a few instruments. It's just something I really enjoy, something I really love. They can get it wrong. I have heard songs where it sounds abhorrent, but it's fine, I think. I do rebuild this house. I do expand it a bit so that Dr. Medi-Eco actually has space in her office to talk to the people and kind of be able to go, okay, this is the malady you have, we'll need to do this kind of treatment. Also, please stay in quarantine for a few weeks. I think she does that to every patient, just to be sure. I would be surprised if that waiting room ever fills up fully. I don't think that many people come in here. Yeah, watching myself struggle to choose the correct desk decoration there. I did think about whether to remove like one of the desktops because I don't know if they would all have computers. I mean, we, the Sims, the main family, the players of the challenge, I mean, we don't get that many computers. We get one computer to use, and we only get to use that as a typewriter. We only get to write novels, and I believe... No, I don't remember what else, but it was 2 interactions that are allowed, I believe. I will go over it in the first actual episode. That would be a long episode, I believe, because I have to go through a whole week and a whole bunch will be happening, and I have to explain all the rules. And I'm like in the process of making an intro, which this place will be used for. That's why it's so detailed. Anyway, we're now moving on to the military sector, which may explain the next song choice a little bit. It is Hell March 3 from critically acclaimed game Red Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. I may have a game genre that I like a bit. Here I also did download a some custom recolors of the beds, of the bed sheets, especially the recolors that are supposed to match the cribs in their camouflage and stuff, which look really good. I did try to download like a bunch of camouflage CC for this lot, because obviously the military would have all their furniture in camouflage. Sadly, it either didn't work or I forgot to import it. I did actually not check yet whether I maybe did actually forget to just put it in the game and that's why it didn't work. I will have to, I mean, I do have to go into the game anyway. I'm still having to build a whole school, which I have drawn up twice because I changed the design entirely. It used to have a basement, like 2 floors in a basement, because my grade school, because that's what it is, my grade school has 2 floors in a basement. I decided against that though, because this is a very small town. I do replace the fridge later on, because apparently the mini fridge can't be used with the grill. I don't know why. I remember I figured that out at some point earlier, must have just forgotten again over the time. I guess that's just one of the things you forget again and again, because like it doesn't make sense. Here I finally remember that there was a door there, and it would make sense for the door to also be there still. Like it wouldn't just disappear with bricks replacing it, or rather a hole maybe. And after I put this roof in, I'm already done with the building, and we'll be moving on to a little interactions with the residents, Dr. Medico and Sergeant Dimwater. And then I have another little thing to show you, because I've imported yet another little clip. And I tried with that clip to get the resolution higher, because the guy, or the girl I think it was, on Mod The Sims, that kind of said, that had the tutorial on how to import custom movies, movies they're called in the files, said they have to be 125 by 125, I believe. I could be wrong, might have been 128. And I tried to see whether I could make it bigger and it still work, and well, you'll see. So I'll be doing some more testing. Just as Dr. Medico is doing some testing here and apparently ripping out the mannequin's heart. Yeah, I mean, she's trained to be a general practitioner. She's not trained to do surgery on zombies. They are both absolutely screwed, I guess. He less though, even though it looks like he's really not good at his stuff either. I think Sergeant Dimwater, he's a sergeant. He became a sergeant somehow. He's a good person, sergeant, I don't know. I don't remember what his traits are. I think he's nice. So here I go on to change the channel to watch the little movie I imported to see whether it worked, even though I changed the aspect size to be bigger than the simmer that made the tutorial said it should be. And with that, I say thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one, and have a lovely rest of your day. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and goodbye.